Hello to everyone and welcome to a new session on falling into the arms of God. This is your pastor, Yadi. I hope you find things in your journey as Teresa expresses herself what she thought what was a help to see your soul as a crystal castle divided in several rooms, and where as the crystal is receiving the light and the sun, where you can see in your own soul the darkness or the less of light that comes in, and how we can help ourselves and maybe also others to let the sun and Christ, can come closer and be the center of your life. Today I'm going to talk about distracted conversation. So when I began to indulge in these conversations, seeing that they were customary, it did not seem to me that they would bring the harm and distraction to my soul that I afterwards found such behavior to entail. During Teresa's early years in the Carmelite convent, it was common practice for the nuns to receive visitors, owing to her father's wealth. Teresa had her own apartment in which she frequently entertained her friends and eagerly engaged in the worldly gossip that she still so dearly loved. Her life as a nun became perfunctory, since she attended required prayers but often did not actually participate. She noted how the conversations she indulged in distracted her from pursuing her personal life. Her mind became filled with details of society life, and her thoughts strayed to all kinds of desires and dreamed outcomes. It was only through receiving a vision in which she was entreated to stop these interactions and told to listen to the voice of angels that Teresa halted her participation in what she called the ways of the world. She was being implored to make space for the voice of the divine to be heard, and not to clutter her mind with worldly wishes and other desires that were not to her ultimate benefit. How easy it is to become distracted. Very subtle, we can hinder ourselves from the soul growth we are called to. Our daily conversations are one such way for this to occur. Gossip for Teresa was a major component of distracted conversations. But what exactly is gossip, and how deeply does it affect who we are in our everyday lives? The human psyche can be likened to a never-ending dramatic play, as the Greek playwrights and Shakespeare's, among a few experts on human nature, have portrayed so well. In order for a drama to be successful, there needs to be at least two characters, but preferable many more to provide a rich and varied story. The unfolding of our personal psychological history occurs as we move from being the protagonist to a minor character, from the victim to the perpetrator. This participation in our stories can become addictive. It is how many lead their lives. I would like to suggest trying a new role, that of lightning technician, placing light on situations arising and scenes being enacted, allowing for a different view of reality. How does this person look in this light? How do I look when I am saying these lines? Would another method of communication open the scene into a more loving dialogue? Is there truth to my words, or am I repeating second-hand information or social deducted phrases? Where there is truth and love, the soul is nurtured. There is no need for stimulating the dramatic nature of the psyche. We no longer require other people's characters and stories, for there is no drama for them to act in. Concern for others becomes a real and loving experience. Too often we become caught in our own story or in the drama of others. By becoming the lightning technician, we can effectively remove ourselves from the stage and see things in a different light. I think if we are truthful to ourselves, we recognize the distraction in our conversation that does not lead to uplift a person, but to talk about another person and make it maybe worse than it really is. That's one thing. How are we in our conversation? Is it to bring recovering to others? Is it to help others? Is it to help ourselves? Is it to bring new light, to encourage? Or is it moving along with a deeper drama that leads to a explosion of gossips? Let's meditate on this in your own time. We all have times where we truthful, eager to want to listen to gossips. That's not a judgment. That's just a reality in every person's life. Teresa had this problem. She was so excited to go in that role. And in those days when the convent were open places where everyone could visit, there was no wall. It became much later in time. She had a lot of fun. She enjoyed it very much, till a voice spoke to her heart. Let we also listen to the voice deep inside, as Christ is the center of our lives. And for her it was that she would hear the voices of angels. And so as we move forward, you will discover, for those who never listen, to falling into the arms of God. But there's much more written by Saint Teresa of Avila. If possible, read her biography. It is wonderful that a woman lived in the 1500s, still as of today, has such a modern view that we women and all people can use for our daily lives to grow. It was spectacular insight that she saw that crystal castle, to divide it in separate rooms in the view of our own souls. So come now, in your own time. Pause if you want to meditate. Sink slowly into your body, following the natural rhythm of your breath. Allow yourself to watch your conversations with others. Are they coming from a place of integrity and depth, or are they comments made automatically without thoughts? Are they calm and loving, or are they dramatic? There's no need to judge, only to watch. Now sink below the thoughts and conversations. Reach into the place of love and stay there. May you find peace within. Take in your own time again to listen and to pause wherever you want to pause. And practice the meditation. It helps also through the day, because your time is not my time. But make this time worthwhile and not wasted. The blessings of God be upon all of you. This is your Pastor Yeti. Bye-bye.